On a few occasions now, we've used the Port View tab in the EV3 software to see what data a sensor is producing. As useful as this is, however, the fact that your robot has to be tethered to your computer can become annoying. In this lesson, we'll learn how to view the sensor data directly on the EV3 Brick. No computer required. I've got an EV3 Brick here with 3 sensors connected to it. I've got a touch sensor that's plugged into port 1, and a color sensor that's plugged into port 3, and over there I've got an ultrasonic sensor plugged into port 4. Of course, most of the time you'll have a robot built around your EV3 Brick, but I'm just showing you the brick and the sensors for simplicity's sake. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to right arrow twice so that we get to this tab here that looks a little bit like a Lego brick, a little bit. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the port view option. And now if we look at this, it shows me what's going on in ports 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you can see port 1 has a touch sensor, and it says right now that the touch sensor has a value of 0, which means not pressed. If I hold it up here for you for a minute and I push the button, you'll see it's pressed, it's not pressed. Pretty cool, huh? Meanwhile, if we arrow over, there's nothing in port 2 right now, and it says none. If it happens to say unknown, you can try and unplug and replug in the sensor again. Let's move over to the next one, and this is where it gets interesting, right? This is my color sensor, and right now it's on reflectance, so I can kind of see how bright it is when it's reflecting off of something, right? It's reflecting off my hand. It's not. I think if we, crash, if we click in here, we can pick, do we want reflectant? Do we want ambient light? So now I can just see how bright it is. So now I pointed at the studio lights, and it says it's at 37, 36%. If I cover it up with my hand, it gets very dark, a little bit more light, right? Okay. And similarly, we can move over to the ultrasonic sensor. Right now there's nothing in front of the ultrasonic sensor, so it has a reading of 255 centimeters. Here's my ultrasonic sensor. Let's see if I can hold it in a spot so you can see the sensor and read the screen. There we go. Let's see, back here. Here you go. So right now there's actually a camera that the sensor is pointing at, and it's about 112 centimeters away, right? If I put my hand in front of the sensor, you can see it's got the distance a lot closer, and we can of course switch that into inches if we want. So I'm going to down arrow into inches, and there you go. So the camera is apparently about 44 inches away from the ultrasonic sensor right now.